Hello, I am Adarael. I am playing Jason Carter, the gunslinging vault dweller who has found himself in the company of a band of really insane people with all of the drugs.
Hello, I am Alereg, and I'll be playing Dr. Carl Hoffman, he who has become Death, Destroyer of Worlds.
Hi, I'm Legacy, and I'll be playing Chanel, and I have created and committed at least 3 crimes against humanity.
Hi there, I'm Termite, and I'll be playing Iris, the synth, who happens to be one of the Institute's crimes against humanity, and continues to commit them on a daily basis.
Hello, I'm Solomon. I will be your overseer for this evening. Help me.
9.
Yeah, I figured. When we last left our intrepid survivors, they had made their way to the Forbidden Zone after another heated discussion with members of the think tank. They have steeled themselves ready for whatever is going to be awaiting for them within the Forbidden Zone, and are prepared to do what needs to be done in order to make sure that the think tank's works can't extend outside of the big empty anymore. And hopefully doing this will put a wrench in the plans of whatever the Institute has in motion. The think tank itself is at a observation room high above the large area within the Forbidden Zone, the sides of which have large shutters which seem to have scratching at one side and sounds of mechanical movements at the other, and one much larger shutter further ahead in front of you. There are walkways that would lead to the observation room where the think tank are, but there are several terminals and would look to be basically force fields put in your way to make it so that you can't get just to it immediately, in case you wanted to just go straight for the think tank. And after a brief repartee back and forth, the shutters to each side of the Forbidden Zone have opened. One side unleashing what looks to be 4 robo scorpions, and the other side unleashing what looks to be 2 pairs, a pair of Night Stalkers and a pair of Cazadors. Unless anyone has anything they would like to do in the brief moments before combat begins, we will go ahead and start with initiative. Chanel, what do you have in mind?
I know this might sound a little bit weird, considering we're about to join the heat of battle, but I have a magazine I'd like to take out and just quickly peruse through.
I would say, given the fact that the think tank were monologuing and y'all were discussing back and forth, Chanel could have been reading her magazine while the think tank were going on, just getting lost in their own bullshit.
Right, and I would pointedly make sure that they saw that I was reading a magazine while they were monologuing.
Absolutely, makes sense.
Am I still under the effects of the Calmex I took last time, or do I have to do another dose?
I would say that you would have to do another dose, getting into the Forbidden Zone being a new seed.
Okay.
Does anyone else have anything else that they would like to utilize?
I was going to ask the exact same sort of question for my medics.
Medics is going to be given to you automatically because of your suit, whether you wanted it to be or not. Because the AI just immediately, as soon as combat begins, hits you with a dose of medics it has in its reserves.
Now, I believe that Carter had unleashed his virus that he'd been planning at the very end of last game.
Yes.
So assuming that is still confusing and confounding them, time to take some mentats.
Fair enough. Yes, that virus will slow down whatever they're doing and make it so that they are less capable of resisting anything that you're doing to try to get to them or to mess with them directly. And will make it so that they have a little more trouble calling in any reinforcements in case you take care of the group of individuals that they're sending out to fight you right now. and we will handle the addiction rolls for all of those drugs at a later time. So,
Nah, it's okay. I'm already addicted.
oh, well, yeah, fair enough. So, I believe, given the initiative order, it is Iris first.
All right, so we've got a bunch of robots. We've got some Cazadors. We've got some Night Stalkers.
Everything is currently at extreme range because this area is large enough to have things reach out to extreme range.
Oh, yeah, that seems like they're lost. I'm gonna aim and shoot at the equivalent of the head of one of the Cazadors.
That would be the head of the Cazador, as it is still a bug.
All right.
Those at home, Cazadors are gigantic irradiated wasps.
That's 2.
Okay. Your ability allows you to choose the head without having to like increase the difficulty,
Yes.
right? Excellent. And that is exactly what you needed. They have a defense of 2.
Oh, in that case, that's not enough because I'm shooting one range band farther.
True, but you do have the ability to re-roll.
Yeah.
And if you and I will, since you weren't sure, I will allow you, if you want, to give me action points to roll some extra dice.
I will give you an action point to roll an extra die.
Excellent.
So that's 4.
That will definitely hit, and it will give you an action point in your own pool.
All right, perfect. We will let that sit there. D6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, piercing, 5.
Fair enough. The Cazador itself is not exceptionally well armored because while the main thing with Cazadors is that they're usually fairly high in number and they're fast as hell, which is shown by the fact you have to take an extra second just because they're like literally whipping all over the place, like side to side, up and down. But you manage to hit one right in the head and it just stumbles and it just like rubs its like little appendages at its head, trying to like almost like rub out the bullet. It is still alive, but it looks stunned, and it will not probably not be moving when its time comes up.
Right. That is my turn.
Fantastic. Mr. Carter.
All right, where is the next terminal that I can start accessing?
You would have to start heading up the walkway, which you can get to if you use your major action to move 2 range bands and either spent the action point or use a either spent the action point or used a agility and athletics roll to head up the walkway without issue.
All right, yeah, he'll do that. No, that's important for us.
Okay. Go ahead and either make that roll or just spend the action point.
I will make a roll because I can probably do that.
A slight heads up, we're experiencing a bit of technical difficulties right now.
And that was is that agility? Yeah.
Agility and athletics, yes.
That is 1 success and a complication.
Interesting. All right. So with the 1 success, you're able to make it up there. However, the walkway actually, from lack of use, because the think tank float, they don't actually move. From lack of use, it actually part of it gives way and your foot gets stuck. So you'll have to work to wrench it out next turn. But you're up on the walkway.
Excellent.
All right. Next up is the Robo-Scorpion, which are going to be moving and have apparently been given some directives because the think tank are petty and someone was reading during their monologue. Two of the scorpions are going to be firing at Chanel. One will be firing at the good doctor, if only just to start ablating the armor, and one will be firing at Iris.
I don't deserve this.
To quote a film, deserves got nothing to do with it.
I was thinking it. I'm glad you said it. Okay, so it looks like a grand total of 1 hit to everyone. Doctor, I'm sorry, it looks like you're getting plasma right in your face. Chanel's getting a bit of plasma to the leg, and it looks like Iris is getting it to the arm.
I need that arm.
And it's your left arm. Your left arm keeps getting fucked up.
I'm sorry, how much am I getting at the... Okay.
Okay, so it looks like Chanel, you're only getting 2 energy damage reduced by your armor.
Yep, so I take 0.
Yep. The good doctor is getting 6 piercing 3. And Iris. Nice. Was that including the armor from your T60 faceplate?
Yes, because the T60 faceplate has an energy resistance of 7, so -2. Piercing 3 would be 3 points of damage resistance down, 4 damage resistance remaining, 6 damage total going on top of it, 2 damage going through.
Okay, and remember, this doesn't go to your hit points; it goes to the hit points of the armor, because the armor has to break first.
All right.
Because that's the wonder of having power armor, baby. As for Iris, you had a whole lot of little hits. It's 1, 2, 6 piercing 2 to your arm.
Cool. That arm is now useless.
Unfortunate. And next up is the good Dr. Hoffman.
Well, I am going to. If I remember correctly, I gave Iris a bunch of stim packs, right?
No. You gave me a bunch of callbacks.
Fair.
She's just really calm about her arm getting shot.
I have no stim packs.
He's going to set down 2 stim packs, like right by the group right now, because I don't think anyone's moved up.
The only person that's moved up has been Carter, and Carter is heading to start clearing the way to the think tank, it looks like.
Okay. Hoffman's going to try and make himself a bigger target. Just straight up, just like, hey, shoot me fuckers first. And if he can get close, he's going to basically start trying to attract as much attention as possible, get as much aggro on him as possible.
Okay. For that, I will say you can either give me a I will say that you can choose either to give me a charisma and speech roll, or you can give me a roll of your perception and speech if you're willing to basically just fire off a whole bunch of shots to attract attention and spend a little bit of your ammo to do so.
Well, it's going to have to be perception because I got the better chance for that, at least.
Fair enough.
Because otherwise I'd be rolling for a 4. That is 2 successes.
Fantastic. And with those 2 successes, you definitely feel like while the robots may have their own programming and the two that are at least programmed to focus on Chanel are going to focus. Looks like they're going to focus on Chanel because they were told to do that. The ones that were just given basically, if it doesn't have a friend or foe tag on them, get rid of it. Looks like they're focused on you, and the enemies look like and the organic enemies, the Night Stalkers and the Cazadors, look like they're a bit more focused on you.
Aye! Stormcoffers! Running forward.
All right. And
how much ammo did I use?
I will say that you basically had to put like 2 shots out, one towards the robots and one towards the organic enemies.
12 rounds down. Got it.
And the Cazador, who isn't stunned, will go ahead and flutter his way towards you, just moving at an insane amount of speed. You've been in the Mojave for a little while, so you've probably seen Cazadors in the distance. It's way creepier up close how fast these things move. As basically you have a whole lot of room, and then suddenly they're literally right up on you, and a stinger is piercing or trying to pierce through your armor to hit you directly.
Okay.
That is a hit. Looks like to the leg.
Arm. 13's an arm.
Oh, it is. You're right. My bad. So let's see.
4? Maybe 5?
So it is 4 damage, and I will say that basically what happens is that the stinger, given how thick your armor is, the stinger is only able to hit your body a little. So it will, given the fact your armor is so thick, it will have the amount of extra turns that you'll be suffering from this poison. So you only have 1 extra turn of poison after the initial 4 poison damage.
Okay. Would it have to try and pierce through any of the physical energy or radiation damage resistance first, or?
I will say that it dealt 4 damage to the armor itself just because of how focused it was, and it basically was hitting a weaker spot like a joint.
Okay.
The Night Stalkers move as well, charging closer towards you like wolves in the night. And it looks like we are up to Chanel. As you are reading your magazine, it looks like you look over and you see the your little Racupine on your shoulder, just like reading along with you. It looks like.
See, that's the word. And then I assume as I'm like trying to teach this Racupine how to read, she's kind of struggling with the words a little bit. It's fine. She's not here to be smart. But I assume that's when I get hit with I guess an attempted hit.
Yeah, you feel the warmth of the plasma hit your armor, and then you're just like, and you just like wipe it off.
Gross. Oh, yeah. No, just give me one. She finishes up the magazine, rolls it, puts it away. Give me a second there, my little, friend. Ow, we're gonna have to file down. Ow, and she's gonna take one of my, what are the name of the grenades again?
Going for the coffee can EMPs?
Yeah, I'm going for the coffee cans. I'm gonna take one of my coffee can EMPs and let it up and just right towards the scorpions.
Got it. Go ahead and roll. They have moved up, so they are within medium range as opposed to being at extreme. So you're just rolling, just trying to get 2 successes.
So two successes.
And with those 2 successes, you are able to land it right where it needs to, and it explodes, and you just hear the crackling of static as all of the robot scorpions freeze up, and you're able to go ahead and roll damage for me. And because this is a specialized EMP, it will actually cause them to be stunned for a turn. They'll be immune to the stun for 1 turn after that, but then on the turn after next, you can stun them again.
And can you remind me what that magazine does? Sorry, I was trying to look it up during.
The magazine will increase the damage by 1 to all robots. So I believe instead of doing 4 dice of damage, you'd be dealing 5.
And so, okay, so
That looks like 3 damage, unless you would like to spend a luck point to re-roll the 3 and 4s. Because you would just need to spend 1 luck point to be able to re-roll 3 damage dice.
I'll do it. Better to get those little pests out of the way.
Fair enough.
Oh, and just remember that my explosives do vicious.
Correct. Yeah. So any effect roll being a 5 or 6 count as 2 damage.
So that okay, yep. All right, cool. So 3d6. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 damage.
Significantly more than what it was. Those robot scorpions are looking pretty bad. Real fucked up, in fact. And are going to be stunned for the next turn, so they won't be able to fire at you again. The think tank are floating about and moving and doing some things up above. They're not able to do anything this turn because someone hit them with a virus. So we're back up to the top of Iris again.
Can I pick up and use one of those stim packs with just 1 minor action?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to do that to heal my injury so I can use my left arm.
Fair enough.
We have 1 action point in the pool. How far away are the Robo Scorpions?
Basically everything is at, for you, medium range.
Okay. I would like to spend an action point to take an additional minor action.
Okay.
And aim for one of the Robo Scorpions.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna reroll that 17.
Go right ahead.
Nope. God damn it. So that's 4 successes.
Okay.
The difficulty is increased by 1 because I'm shooting outside of the ideal range.
Correct.
And I would like to hit its because their plasma emitter is on where their stinger normally would be, right?
Correct.
I would like to shoot that, or their
Go right
tail, etc.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Oh, I don't have any luck points. Never mind. 4 damage.
So, with that amount of damage dealt to them, Not a great amount, but with the coffee can EMP that was thrown, hitting and fucking them up so much, it is enough that the stinger basically gets blown off of the back of the scorpion, and there is a large crack of static electricity as it basically pops and actually will deal a little bit of damage to the scorpions around it. And then there is a chain reaction of popping as the other scorpions all go down as well. And you just hear up top, what the? Why did Dr. Mobius make them all decide to explode upon their destruction? And they're just like a bunch of grumbling. And yeah, so the robot scorpions have been wiped off of the battlefield.
Cool.
Next up is Carter, who is up on the walkway. There is a terminal with a force field right in front of you.
Does Carter need to use a minor action to free his foot?
He would have to use his minor action to free the foot. However, that would still leave you your major action to interact with the terminal.
And I can give you an action point if... I actually don't remember how giving you action points works.
So giving me action points is the same way that how you would spend them from your own action point pool?
Right, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to dose myself with Psycho, free my foot, and go to that damn terminal.
All right. Speedballing, I like it.
Yeah! And he will start trying to hack into that terminal.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll of intelligence and science, and remembering that with the Mentats, you're able to get a free reroll.
Maybe I should just do a lot of drugs. It seems to be doing wonders for
I
everybody
would
here.
like to note that is 3 successes.
That is a significant number of successes, and the force field goes down because the virus and you can tell that there's someone else working with this with you, and you just as you're putting in the last keystroke, you see in the lines of code, "Good job, sir." As the first force field goes down, looks like there's still like 3 more at various points through the walkway to give them some redundancy and extra layers of protection. But it's already a good start. The Robo Scorpions are gone. So next up is Dr. Hoffman. You are in a target-rich environment. And you also have a bug on you.
Would like to shoot the bug.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll to hit because your weapon is... your weapon has the close combat quality. You're able to use it in melee.
Wunderbar. Und I'm going to take a minor action to aim.
Go right ahead.
Because fuck the Cazador. Using that aim to reroll that 14.
Yep.
Because why the fuck not? So that's 2 1s there. I believe that's a double crit.
That is, in fact, 4 successes caused by a double crit.
Casual. Fuck that joint in particular. I don't think I get to specify where I hit though, so rolling to hit.
Given the fact that you rolled 2 crits, I will let you decide like where you want to just place the barrel of the gun.
Well, I was going to say the head, and then I rolled a 1, which also is the head.
So it was meant to be.
Yep. In particular, fuck that Cazador.
So for the folks at home, that's 3 natural 1s rolled in a row.
Rolling 14d6, and if I remember correctly, this is difficulty 1 to hit them?
It was actually difficulty 2, but you just need to, with damage dice, you just need to roll the dice and hope for 5, 6s, 2s, and 1s.
Right. I'm just thinking about how many points we have rolling back into the pool.
Yeah, you would have gotten 2.
Awesome.
So your
Cool.
action point pool is now at 5, and mine is at a different number.
Can I use 1 action point to add a damage die?
Unfortunately, the action points to damage dice only work for if the weapon is accurate. Is your weapon accurate?
Yes.
Oh, then yeah, you can spend up to 3 action points if you want to add up to 3 dice of damage.
I'm just gonna add 1 so that I can throw, some good fortune my buddy's way.
Fair enough. So I'll leave 4 for the good guy pool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, piercing 14, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage, piercing 14.
So there was a Khazor there, and now there is a bunch of bug guts all over your armor.
Awesome. And free action drawing his knife so he looks cool and Rambo now.
Fair enough. The Khazor that was stunned is now working to make its way towards you as well. The Night Stalkers are also heading towards you to leap and bite into you because they're focused on you because 1, the ammo that you wasted and the trying to make yourself a bigger target, and 2, they're ignoring Chanel because of her perk activating.
Perfect.
Looks like only one of them hit you. Looks like they got you in the left arm.
Yep. Okay.
So that will be 8 damage, piercing 2.
So 4 points of damage total.
Okay, and there is a poison rider effect. So this will be dealing a little bit of damage in the following turns as poison damage.
Okay.
As you can feel the burning of what feels like a more snake-like venom working through your system. Chanel. It is your turn, along with Quillian and Maisie.
Yes. Quillian Tarantino. What? I was never given a stat block for Quillian, so I don't know what he's capable of yet.
His stats are similar to how Maisie's are. However, he also has an ability where if anything gets into melee distance with him, they will be taking damage. Enemies, not allies. Allies is just the little ow, whereas he will actually throw himself to spear into any enemies. So as long as he's with you, enemies will also take that because he'll be leaping onto them to help you.
Perfect. Cool. So how many Cazadors are there around us?
There is 1 Cazador left and 2 Night Stalkers. The Cazador is not looks like it wasn't able to get to Dr. Hoffman just yet. The Night Stalkers are basically climbing all over and biting at Dr. Hoffman himself.
Okay. Cool. How close am I to Doc?
You are within 1 range band, so if you wanted to use your minor action, you could get to him.
Oh no, I don't want to get to him. I want to get. Actually, I wanted to know because with them being so close to him, it's not safe for me to use explosives.
It would be a little bit of danger close. He is in the power armor, but still, your explosives do kick a nasty punch.
They do kick a nasty punch. So instead, I've got explosive arrows.
You do.
I would like to use said explosive arrows on We'll go with the Cazador.
Okay, fair enough.
I
Yeah,
don't want to use bomb, but I wish to use bomb with fletching attached.
yeah, but it won't hit you directly.
Go ahead and
The
roll
feathers
your...
make it more accurate.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Agility and athletics for your arrow shot.
That a Flappy Bird is Flappy Bomb.
And since this is an explosive arrow, if you don't get enough to hit its defense, it will still take half damage. And if you get more successes, I will allow you to hit it in a way to where the explosion is shaped to where it can also include one of the Night Stalkers if you wish.
So that's 2 successes.
That does hit the Cazador itself. Not enough to include extra damage to the Night Stalker, but it is enough to deal all the damage that the Cazador would be taking.
Excellent. Okay. For 2.
All right. That is enough to knock it down, and it is just like trying to get back up off of the ground as it's just like trying to figure out what the hell just hit it. And it is looking very hurt.
I'm gonna send Maisie to go bite down on it.
Okay. I will go ahead and roll for Maisie.
She's gonna look at it while it's down and go, sick it.
Oh, Maisie didn't roll so well. However, she does have a luck point if you'd like to use her luck.
Yeah.
Missy is the luckiest
Let
girl.
my girl roll her luck. There we go.
That is just enough for her to bite down into it.
Good girl.
Dear God. Well, there was a Cazador there, and now Maisie is enjoying a snack in a shell.
Was that 10 damage?
2, 6. 9. Oh, no, wait, no, it is 10. I forgot that Maisie's attacks are, in fact, actually vicious.
Yeah. Damn.
She's the snack that smiles back. Well, no, that thing's the snack that smiles back. She's the dog
Snack
who
that
do
bites
attack.
back.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And the think tank are going to be spending 5 action points. And they say, looks like we need to up the ante a little bit. Send in the Gator Claw.
I'm
And-
sorry, what?
Dr. Hoffman, you're just like, oh, this is going fairly well. And then you hear, wait, Gator Claw? And the shutter behind you rises up.
Nice.
And you feel like you're being dwarfed a little bit. And as you turn around, you see what looks to be a standing alligator with the extended limbs that look very akin to how a death claws do.
Well, shit.
Alrighty. Iris. There is a new very big target.
So, Gator Claw.
Gator Claw.
How far away?
Yeah.
Long range.
Perfect.
Yep.
We're gonna shoot the Gator Claw. How many action points do we currently have?
Looks like you currently have, I believe, 4.
Okay. I'm not gonna be using any of them. I just want to make sure. We're aiming for the head. We're aiming. That's 4 successes.
That will hit. A little
All
bit.
right. I would like to spend 3 action points for extra damage.
Okay, so you can spend the two of them that you generated there and 1 from the pool.
Perfect. Damn, this thing's got defense of 2. Fuck.
Sure does.
I say like it's a fucking gator claw.
One, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, piercing 5 to its head.
Okay. You see the damage dealt to it. The bullet hits. And you can see that it does in fact reach enough to start causing it to bleed and lets out a intense, loud bellow as the bullet pierces through and sinks into its head. But then you see something weird as the bullet comes right back out again. It looks like the damage is still there, but for some reason it looks like it's able to still function and focus. But you still dealt damage to it. Anything else, Iris?
Not this turn, though.
Okay. Carter.
How close is this horrible monster?
Given the fact you're up on the walkway, I would say that you're about medium range from it.
Okay. I think he's gonna go and try and hack the next terminal.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of firepower down there, and being a guy who only pretty much uses pistols,
Fair
he
enough.
is going to do a dose of Daddy-O, though. You thought about speedballing. Now we're double speedballing.
As you should.
Drugs.
Drugs. Alrighty.
Right, let me reference Daddy-O here. I think that is the difficulty of int rolls is reduced by 1.
Double checking. Daddy-O. Yep, reduce the difficulty of all perception and intelligence rolls by 1. But increase
All right.
the difficulty of charisma tests.
Gee, somehow I don't think I'll be bartering with these people right now.
It's fair. Stepping on Chanel's toes.
All right, that is 2 successes.
All right. You're making good headway. However, the firewall on this one is a good bit stronger than the last. So you're going to have to take a little bit more time with this one. If you wanted to spend 2 action points, you could try another test to get more further along, but it's kind of a gamble.
I think that's worth it. Do the rest of you think that's worth it?
I think so.
All right.
Mostly because I don't like the gator claw.
Yes, you are correct.
Doesn't seem like a very good friend.
That would be 2 additional successes.
All right. You are making good headway. Like you're just like focusing and you're just seeing basically every single line of code almost before it happens, given the fact you're so hyped up on drugs that affect your mental acuity. And then you're just like, I think I got this. And you put in the last line of code and you see the force field and go down. 1 layer closer. Next up is the Gator Claw. It is going to go ahead and make a strike at Dr. Hoffman because Dr. Hoffman is the closest one to him. So that target number is that. And it is going to use one of the remaining enemy action points to get an extra die.
Of course.
2 successes.
Enough.
Enough. It will use the success it generated to get an extra point, an extra die of damage. So that is a grand total of 7 piercing 4. And the location it hits is your torso.
Straight
The
physical?
long claws do what?
Straight physical damage?
Yes, straight physical damage. The long claws just scraping across the chest plate of the armor. It's not able to get all the way through, but it is an intense amount of rending and like ablating of the armor. And you just hear, warning, armor integrity lowering. I would not recommend staying in combat for much longer, Doctor.
Dankeschön, Harbor. We have no choice.
Noted. Let me know if you need more drugs.
Yeah.
Next up is Dr. Hoffman, who was able to retort.
Harbor.
Yes, Doctor.
Apply Radex.
Radex administered.
Apply Superchem Mark 1.
Applying Superchem Mark 1.
Let's do this. Apply Nuka Bomb Drop.
Drugs.
Am I the only one not on drugs right now?
Yes.
Damn.
Administering Nuka Bomb Drop, and you just see like a little like hose, almost like you'd expect from like one of those like hats that has like the funnels from 2 beers, and you just like attach your mouth to it and just right immediately down your throat. It tastes foul. It tastes intense. It's like a little bit of the sweetness like you'd expect from like a bomb pop, and then immediately hit with like all of the alcohol at once, just because you weren't able to sip it, you just downed it all in one go, basically shotgunning this thing.
Nice.
Yeah, you are hopped up on drugs and also hopped up on alcohol.
If I remember correctly, I have the Mark 1 Chem Super Chem is a non-addictive steroid.
That's correct.
So I'm trying to remember exactly what that does. It's on here somewhere.
Reroll a d20 on all strength tests, gives you an extra 2 dice to melee damage and 3 damage resistance.
Cool.
Physical damage resistance.
Cool. So that's a plus 6 total physical damage resistance, plus 6 total radioactive damage resistance right now, plus 2 more strength. So at 13 strength right now. Yay. And then remember what the bomb drop does again.
It
yes, I am
also
taking drugs. I know what they do.
so what the super chem does is it just increases your melee damage. It doesn't actually increase your strength. Nuka bomb drop, however, does increase your strength.
By
as long
total
as it's active.
Does that stack with the power armor?
It does actually stack with the power armor.
Okay, so how much more strength do I get now?
Your strength is currently at a grand total of 14. You currently could beat Frank Horrigan.
I was just gonna say, like, his strength is higher than Frank Horrigan's.
Does that increase then my damage with physical stuff again?
Yes. So
Cool.
the total damage bonus, with just including your strength and including the chems, would be a grand total of all your attacks all of your melee attacks deal an additional 6 dice of damage.
Sweet. Crocodile Dundee this shit, I guess.
It's not a knife.
He's got a combat knife in hand. All right. First attack, he's gonna be shooting with pew pew.
Alrighty.
Now that I have done all the drugs. Minor action aiming, because might as well.
The joys of having a suit of power armor that will administer your drugs for you.
Rerolling the 14. Sweet. Still 3 successes.
That will hit. I'm guessing you're hitting the Gator Claw?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that will hit and give 1 action point to the pool. Unless you'd like to use that action point for extra damage.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I think that's a right arm. Yeah. One, two, three, four, 5. 5 piercing, 5 damage so far. 7, 9, 10 damage, 5 piercing. And I have a luck point, so I'm going to reroll 3 of those damage if that's okay.
Go right ahead.
Cool, because I feel like this is the time to do that. Don't do that. Roll nicely, thank you. Another 2 damage, so 12 damage, piercing 6. Well, actually it's doubled, so piercing 12. So it's 12 damage, piercing 12.
Alrighty. That does burn a rather large hole through the Gator Claw's arm, as if was just running across your chest plate. You just like sort of grabbed the arm and stuck pew pew right on it and just burned right through it, like watching the flesh heat up and then the laser burst through.
Probably it's 2 action points then to do another attack action.
Major action. Yes.
Cool. Swinging a blade on it.
All right. As a reminder, this will also increase the difficulty, so you will need to get 3 successes in order to hit it, given that it has defense of 2.
Okay. That is just 2 successes.
2 successes, unfortunately, is not enough. As you just like try to bring your blade down and moves the ruined arm out of the way and lets out a loud, shrill hiss at you.
And he's going to respond with Gott mit uns und wer mit ihm. And that's it.
Alrighty. The Night Stalkers are going to be biting at you as well. Well, one of them accidentally bit his friend because he rolled a 20.
I'll name him Chompy.
Bit his friend real bad. Ow.
Yeah.
The other one did still bite you and bit you for
left arm.
8 piercing, 3 to the left arm.
Does my current physical damage resistance from chems also apply to armor damage resistance?
I would say for this particular thing, no, but you're basically, it's just like it's the moment your armor's gone, you still got all that other damage resistance stacked up.
Okay, so 8 piercing.
3.
Okay. So 5. Still going strong so far.
Fantastic. Chanel. There's a big old gator over there.
There is quite a gator over there.
Yep.
So that's great. That's fine. That's dandy. However, while we can deal with the small problems as much as we want, not saying that that's a small problem, but we have to kind of start nipping at the bigger issue, which is the people that have the machines or the whatever they may be that have the ability to summon the giant gators. So, therefore, I would like to ask one measly question, facilitator. Where are they?
They are in what looks to be a sort of like central observation room. Basically at the top of the dome. There are walkways that are working their way up to them that Carter seems to be working through, basically like burning the layers of protection they have. So they are at even beyond extreme range when it comes to weapons. However, moving up the walkway would get you closer and closer and closer to where you could be within effective weapon range. And while he's able to take care of the coding side of things, these emitters and such still require hardware, which is your sort of expertise. So if you wanted, you could move along with him to assist on the repair side of things by like fucking with wiring as opposed to while he's fucking with the coding.
How tough's the wiring?
It looks like if you work in tandem, you could probably get through it in maybe about a minute.
Okay, because I have a fun way that I would like to approach this wiring issue that we have.
Absolutely.
Quillian Tarantino has spikes.
Yep.
Spikes can puncture through wiring.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's probably a lot faster than I am, being a raccoon. I would like to send Quillian up to start puncturing holes in the wiring to make it easier for when I'm able to get up there.
Okay. So, I will say that you can use your minor action to move one range band up onto the walkway. If you want, I can just go ahead and take one action point from the pool to make sure that you don't like trip and eat shit on your way up.
That would be appreciated.
Okay. And your major action will be telling Quillian what to do. And I will take a charisma and speech test for that with a free reroll because of your animal friend perk.
Alrighty. Okay, so that, I believe... And I get a free reroll, you said, because of animal perk?
Correct.
That is 2 successes.
Fantastic. So Quillian just like looks at you and is listening to your words. What all do you say to Quillian?
So I'm gonna just take him as we're walking, and I'm gonna say, "All right, little buddy." Oh. Okay, little buddy. You see them wires right there? You know how you have them little paws? I I need you to go up there and with your little paws and these little cute spikes out on your back, out. I need you to go up there and just roll around and mess about them wires, and if you do, I'll give you a treat. And she'll reach into her bag, and she's gonna take out just a little tiny bit of something sweet and just kind of dangle it in front of his face. If you do your job, this is all yours.
You just see his eyes just go wide, and then you let him down, and he just starts scampering up the walkway. Like, Carter, you're just like working on this thing, and then you just turn and see the Rakupine just like run up the walkway like faster than you've seen most mammals move. And like you just like look at the little like wiring box, and it just lunges into it, and you hear chaos from within the wiring box of the next force field.
Good fucking raccoon.
Way to go, Quillian. I'm so proud of you.
All right, next up is the think tank, who are going to be doing some stuff behind the scenes. And then Iris.
Okay. Yeah, I think Hoffman and I are gonna be on the cleanup crew for these fucking things. So what are we still dealing with? I know obviously the Gator Claw, because
Obviously the Gator Claw. There are also two Night Stalkers still. One looks to be very injured because his buddy bit into him accidentally because a 20 was rolled. And one looks to be generally unharmed otherwise. The Gator Claw looks injured, and it looks like his arm is still useless, but you can see it's like trying to begin to heal. Like even like pushing out the flesh that was cauterized to then start basically regenerating.
all right. Well, I am going to help take care of those Night Stalkers.
Alrighty.
Fortunately, we have not leveled up again, so I can't do the funny thing. How far away are they?
They are at long range.
Long range? All right. I will shoot the injured one first.
Okay.
Aiming. Here we go. That's 2 successes.
2 successes will definitely hit with 1 action point into the pool.
All right, lovely. Shooting it in the head for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage, piercing 2.
Alrighty. That you said you shot the injured one, correct?
Yes.
It's dead now.
Cool.
You fire a round into the wide, odd, and unnatural serpentine head of this otherwise fairly mammalian creature, and it drops.
All right, how many action points do we have right now?
2 currently.
Perfect. I would like to use them to shoot the other one.
Go right ahead.
I believe in myself. That is 3 successes.
Fantastic. That will
Another.
put 1 back into the pool unless you want to use it for damage.
Nah. Just shoot it in the head. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, piercing 3.
Alrighty. 13 damage, piercing 3. That is a significant blow. It is stunned. It is basically just... It was on Dr. Hoffman's power armor, trying to like continue to bite through to get into his flesh. But your shot knocked it right off, and it is now squirming on the ground, trying to get back up and get its bearings again.
Perfect.
Next up is a shot that rings out. A shot from a type of weapon that you're very familiar with, Iris. Dr. Hoffman.
Yeah.
You hear the shot for a moment, and you're just thinking Taisa as you know the sound of a Gauss rifle going off.
Yeah.
And you feel the round impact into your helmet for 10 piercing 6.
Okay. Helmet is broken.
It is still on your face, and you're still getting feedback from the AI. However, the actual armor has been stripped away, so leaving your head fairly exposed. Iris, you heard the shot. I will let anyone who wants to go ahead and give me a roll of perception and survival to try to figure out where the shot came from.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Yeah, 100%. I believe I get a reroll on this because of Colmac.
Correct. Also, Carter gets a reroll of this because of Daddy-O.
Yep.
Oh, no, wait. Reroll because of Mentats. Lower difficulty because of Daddy-O.
I have 1 success.
I will reroll one of those.
That would be 2 successes.
Oh, come on. Nothing.
Nope, nothing.
So it seems that Iris, you were focused on the Gator Claw, and you weren't expecting to hear a Gauss rifle go off. So you're trying to figure out where exactly that came from. Everyone who managed to get 2 successes, or if you're Carter, thanks to the lower difficulty, you're able to, you look and you see up on the walkway, basically at the level like right outside of the observation deck, you see a familiar black coat worn by a very young looking, pretty, but there's just an off air about her woman. With a
like
smile
an
on her
uncanny
face.
valley kind of thing.
A very uncanny valley, very like sweet to your face, but like absolutely vile deep inside. Kind of look like when you can just tell that someone is putting on a front. As she lowers her Gauss rifle and is just smiling.
Would I be able to tell the relative direction based upon where I was hit from? Like, I could feel like from here, I know it's that direction, but I can't tell exactly where it is. Okay.
Like you can actually like see her. She isn't cloaked or anything. She's just up on the walkway behind more of the layers of the force field.
Oh, behind the force field.
Yeah, like the walkway has force fields across it that will prevent anyone from going in that isn't supposed to be in there. She's
Gotcha.
basically like standing guard outside of the door to the observation deck behind the final layer of the force field.
Okay.
All right, Carter, your turn.
All right, so first question. Since Carter is hopped up on a shit ton of drugs that increase his perception and intelligence, can he tell that Dr. Hoffman has also dosed himself to the fucking gills?
I would say that you're absolutely able to see the telltale signs of extensive chem use with Dr. Hoffman.
Second question. That gunshot from the Gauss rifle came from up above, which means that it had to not intersect with any of the force fields. Is Carter in a position to return fire?
I would say that you're absolutely in position to return fire. It's a little bit further beyond the usual range of your pistols, but you're able to still return fire, if nothing else, to possibly give some suppressing fire and make it so that she has to worry about possibly getting shot, even with just a lucky hit.
Okay.
Which might make it harder for her to do follow-up shots.
Then a Carter's minor action, it's a shout, "Doctor, catch!" And he will reach back behind his jacket and toss Dr. Hoffman the proton axe that he has been keeping this entire time.
All right. And I will say that, go ahead and give me a roll. Let's make this agility, and I will say either thrown or athletics.
I think I'll go with athletics because I have that.
Okay. And depending on your successes, we'll determine if Dr. Hoffman needs to roll anything.
That would be one success.
I will say, because of just you're also letting gravity do a lot of the work, you're able to just throw it, and Dr. Hoffman, as if you drop your combat knife or drop pew pew, you're able to grab the proton axe.
Dropping the combat knife, grabbing the axe.
All right, you've got it.
And as Carter's major action, as his hand comes back up, which is kind of hard to see on the screen here, but you know what's on the right hip. It's that gun.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Just fanning the hammer.
Alrighty, go ahead. The fire rate of that gun, I believe, is an additional 1. So if you'd like, you can also spend the extra ammo for extra damage if you do hit her.
Oh, he is definitely going to spend the extra ammo if he does hit her.
Okay.
And that would be 3 successes.
Which is enough to hit her.
All right. And let me see here. That is, 666. Okay.
Is that including the extra ammo?
Oh, I'm sorry. 76. You are correct.
There you go.
Oh, and because I get to specify where I hit her, it's the fucking head.
The place where she doesn't have her coat covering her.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, are fives? Do fives trigger things as well as 6?
Yeah,
Yep.
5s and 6 are both effects. They all trigger piercing.
I'm sorry.
11?
That is 11 piercing 5.
Fantastic. So you see the bullet tear through her flesh. The flesh that is, it looks like it itself almost has been weaved with synth weave to the point where she is significantly tougher, but it's still, the bullet just rips through almost like it's almost effortless because you're just able to fire so many shots downrange. And you just see, she just looks at you with what looks to be like a big gaping hole in her cheek with several of her teeth there. And part of her face like almost ripped off just from the sheer force of it. And you can see it looks human. Like you can see some of the bone underneath, but there is a metallic sheen to it. Like there's been almost enhancements in just the bone itself.
And if I can have a little bit of dramatic stuff here,
By all means.
Carter will spit on the ground and say, "Not enough gun."
Perfect. Absolutely love it. All right. Next up is the Gator Claw. It once again is going to focus on attacking Dr. Hoffman.
Gut.
That is one success.
Enough.
This is the torso again. So thankfully you still have armor there. And the damage is that.
Apologies, I'm being attacked by my own cat right now.
It is an adorable cat.
Very adorable.
I like your cat a lot.
So that is a grand total of 10 piercing 2 to your chest.
In the chest. Piercing 2 minus 7. Okay, still good.
Fantastic. The armor is still being ablated. They are being like torn and scratched off, and you can just hear warning signs coming from within the AI speaking. Armor degrading, Doctor. Please be careful.
I know, Hopper. I know.
And it is now your turn.
Aiming and firing with pew pew.
Alrighty. And you can reroll the 16.
Yep.
Nice.
3 successes.
With 3 successes, you gain an extra action point for the pool, unless you want to use it for damage.
I'm just going to throw it in the pool for right now. I have a feeling my friends are going to need it for later.
Fair enough.
I'm still standing strong currently. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 piercing 2.
Significant amount of damage. Where is this to?
That's an excellent question. That's torso.
Alrighty. You just burn a hole through its torso, and you can just like smell the cooked flesh, and it is intense in your nostrils, given just how like weird your senses feel, given all the drugs that you're on currently, and the alcohol. But you are just focused. This thing is still up. It looks like it's bleeding. It looks like it's trying to recover its injuries, almost like it's been enhanced to a point where it's able to recover them itself. But you are focused. It needs to die.
How many points do we have in the action pool?
2.
Y'all okay if I take another swing at this?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna just straight up just drop the proton pack, double hand the pew pew, and
All right. Another shot with pew pew. Go right for it.
come on. I luck point that 15.
You're absolutely able to if you wish to.
I'm gonna. 3 successes.
That will hit it. Go ahead and show us where and how badly.
Well, let's do the where first. That's a headshot.
Fantastic. Or, but rather, since
Fantastic.
Dr. Hoffman is German, fantastisch.
Das ist wunderbar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, piercing 8.
And with that, the Gator Claw looks down at you, and as it was roaring in defiance of your actions, you basically stick the barrel in its mouth and pull the trigger, and it just burns right through the back of its head and cooking its brain as it just like its arms slump down and it just falls to the side. It is not regenerating that.
I certainly hope not.
Can I, as a fun-free, just as I'm doing this, see it's about to fall, grab it by the torso and the neck, lift it up, and then turn to look at the courser?
With the enhanced strength, you're able to lift it up easily, and the courser is looking down at you. and you're not able to tell if there is more sweat on her face, but it looks like she might be hesitating for a moment.
And everyone, and he's gonna have this going through the outspeaker. Do not fuck with my patience.
Perfect. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put a fucking action point in your guys' pool just for that.
Yes, I would agree.
Alrighty. The Night Stalker that's left is currently stunned. Chanel, you're up on the walkway. You unfortunately are not able to tell where the shot came from. However, given the fact that you saw Dr. Hoffman like looking at a particular area, you look up and you say, "Oh, hey, there's the courser, bitch." So you now know where the courser is as well. She is in range of your bow. However, there is also still the force fields that block you and Carter from the think tank.
What are we perceiving as the bigger threat right now? Are we thinking that?
I would say go after the think tank so we can stop them from sending more things at us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So, I've got animals at my disposal,
Mhm.
and I've got half of a brain.
Like in
We're
a jar or
Like in my head.
oh,
Oh, that explains so much.
Anyway, so I think we're gonna just fuck some wires up and break a couple shields down.
Alrighty. It is you and Quillian up on the walkway, able to work to fuck up some wires and break and bring down some force field. Maisie is still on ground level with Dr. Hoffman and Iris. If you'd like, she can continue to help them out by fighting the stunned Night Stalker, while you and Quillian focus on fucking up hardware.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and you're able to get to the next area where Carter is and help out Quillian with fucking up the hardware with let's go ahead and make it an intelligence and repair test.
Sure thing.
Another easy way to do this would be, if you want, you could also put in one of your explosives and just break it that way.
true.
True. I'm gonna throw a fucking. Would this be robotic enough to let me use a coffee can EMP
A
to
coffee can
blow it up?
EMP would be exactly what would work here, because it would be fucking with the internal workings of it.
True. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it up the coffee can EMP then.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll of, let's call it perception and explosives, to make sure that the coffee can EMP goes off right where it needs to.
How about 2 successes?
That is exactly what you needed. With the work that Quillian's already done and the coffee can EMP, the next layer of the force field goes down. Maisie is going to also go ahead and make a roll to attack the Night Stalker.
He's gonna mess him the hell up.
Yeah, she is. That's 3 successes.
The
Yeah.
dog does more damage than we do.
Would you like Maisie to use the action points she generated for extra damage? Or would you like to give those action points back to the pool?
It's already pretty hurt.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, no. Just let her do her thing.
was the right choice.
Yeah. So the Night Stalker just looks like it's shaking its head and like trying to refocus, and it just like looks right, looks left, and then Maisie just tackles it and just starts tearing into it.
That's 10 points of damage.
That's my girl.
And there was a Night Stalker there, and now it's again another snack.
This is how we get Maisie more treats.
The snack that barks back.
Dog meat has nothing on Maisie.
All right, Iris.
Take notes,
That's got your
Bethesda.
back, Maisie.
There you go. Iris, you're able to tell where the courser is because of where Dr. Hoffman is focused.
Yeah. Can I shoot at her?
You sure can.
Cool. I would like to aim for her right arm. How many action points do we have?
I think 3? Yeah.
3? Y'all mind if I spend one?
Oh,
Do it.
by all means.
Have at it.
Have fun.
All right. I'm gonna reroll that 17. 4 successes.
That will give you 2 successes. Over
right.
what you need.
I will put the 1 action point back. I will spend the other one for extra die of damage.
Noted. Going for the head as well.
No, I'm shooting her in her right arm.
Okay.
So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, piercing 4.
Alrighty. It does deal a significant amount of damage. You've known that Courser jackets are fairly well armored, so the bullet does manage to punch through their armor and still deals the damage. Not as much as you were hoping, but you still see that arm drop, as it looks like you basically launched the bullet right in the joint. Alrighty, Carter.
Carter is proceeding up the walkway. I think we have 1 force field left.
There is. I would like to know what your defense is, please.
Mine is 2.
Okay.
Are they interrupting my action?
Someone's is as you walk up into the next to last section.
Oh boy. By all means, tell me what happens.
I think that is just enough to hit. Yeah.
So you're just walking up and like focusing on this courser, like, okay, she just lost her right arm, she's good. I just need to take 1 cut. As you get clocked right in the nose with a massive meaty fist that is coming out from cloaking, as you see the rather large individual in the black coat that Iris is speaking to back in Boulder City.
Yeah.
That is a grand total of 7 piercing 3.
Is that
To the
my
head.
head?
That is to the head, and it does send you back.
Okay, that is 7 piercing 3. That is all 7 damage.
Ooh.
And that is you.
Don't worry,
stun-
I have 9 hit points left.
Yeah, but you're stunned.
True.
That will leave you stunned for a round. As he just steps out of cloaking and just like clenches his fist, and you can hear the leather stretching on his gloved hand. He's like, it's been a while since I got in the middle of things.
There is a gun in Carter's hand. It is not that gun. It is the other one. The one that appears when you have a desire for it.
The Magnum Nomicon is in your fist.
And headshot.
Go for it.
I will spend my last luck point to re-roll that 19.
Go right ahead. Is that the last luck point on top of the use of the one to bring about the
Yes.
mystery stranger? Excellent.
Yes,
Just wanted to
it
check.
is. It is the last one on top of that.
Just wanted to check.
And kazoo bang.
That is 3 successes for the head.
That hits, giving you 1 action point to the pool.
And because I didn't write down the stats for the Magnum Nomicon,
It is 8 damage.
does it have vicious?
It does.
Does it have piercing?
It does not.
Six damage to the head.
All right.
7? No, 9. Yeah, 9.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4,
8.
5. Oh, you're right. Yes.
So it looks like 9.
Yes, it is 9.
You see the bullet impact, and just for that brief second, you see it almost like cycle between a regular bullet hit, a splash of what looks to be poison, a wave of radiation, and then it stops on what looks to be almost more like the impact of a laser round. And the beam just hits him in the head, and he takes 1 step back and just like, what the fuck? And just looks back down at you with a burn on his forehead. Looks like it hurt him some. Maybe not as much as you were hoping, though.
Hey, I'll take what I can get.
Fair. It is. Would you like to use the extra action points in the pool for anything, or is that going to be Carter?
No, I think I would like to keep those in reserve for the other PCs.
Okay.
I think just dramatically, 1 round into the head is what is dramatically appropriate.
Agreed. Alrighty. There are no more people in between the two groups of quick PCs and not as quick PCs, so we're just on to Dr. Hoffman.
Quick PCs and not as quick. All right. Taking the Getaclaw with him, he's going to stow Pew Pew basically in his belt, pick up the proton axe, and start walking as menacingly, and then just go into a jog and get up into that catwalk. And if possible, he'd like to get it within melee range of the guy that's right now currently in front of Carter.
This is why we have reserved these action points for you.
So, you will have to use your major action to move up enough along the walkway to get to Carter. However, you can then use your 2 action points to get a good swing with the proton axe if you want to go ahead and use your 2 action points to get another major action.
Sure.
Alrighty then. And would you like to spend any more action points for extra dice for this roll?
How many points do we have?
2.
After spending.
So you could use 1 to get an extra die, or you could spend 2 and then give me an action point to get 2 extra dice for this roll.
I'll just spend the 1.
Okay, bringing the action pool point pool down to 1.
All right, spending a luck point, last luck point on that one.
All right.
So I can't do complications now. All right. So Ian is... Holy crap.
A bajillion?
17 right
Yeah.
now, yeah. So 3 successes.
Fantastic, which is exactly what you needed. His defense is also 2 naturally.
Okay. Can I double hand this basically where I'm doing the Gator Claw and the Proton Axe? Like Proton Axe in front, Gator Claw behind to use the weight to drive into it?
I will say that you can go ahead and do that if you want to make it so that your defense will be set to 0 for the turn. You'll just leave yourself open, but you'll get an extra, I'll say, an extra 3 dice of damage.
You want to
Sure. I'm
And
okay with
because
that.
this is a melee strike, you can also utilize the action point that's left in the pool for an extra die of damage if you so chose.
No, I'll leave that for someone else to use for something else fun.
Fair enough.
Rolling for where I'm hitting. 14, I believe that's a leg. Yep. Oh, that's an arm. Right arm.
How's that glove feeling now, motherfucker?
I'm curious again. How many dice is the Proton Axe? Damage wise?
5. Base.
5 plus 3. Okay. 8d6 plus my other 6.
What's your bonus from striking?
Yep. Which is plus 6 for a total of 14d6. I'm hitting as hard as I am with PP with this thing right now because the Gator Claw. Wait. Vicious and piercing?
Yes, it is vicious, and it is a piercing 1, I believe. So,
Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, piercing 7, plus another 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 23, piercing 7.
that is a significant amount of damage. The Proton Axe, along with the extra weight of the Gator Claw, just buries into his shoulder, and he just goes, "Whoa!" And that arm looks like it is like spurting blood, but also like sparking a bit where the shoulder joint is. And he just looks up at you with a gritted teeth, but also this confidence in his eyes. Wondered when one of you would stack up and hit me. And he
Not
just brings his other hand
it's
back
my
and looks like he's about to hit you. And he just like grins wider at you as he looks like he's about to reel back to hit you again. Next up is Chanel. There's a bit of a tussle going on ahead of you.
Okay, all right. It's time to do some bow.
Alrighty. Are you going to use the bow to fire at the big guy, or are you going to use the bow to fire at the sniper?
I'm assuming that the big guy is a little bit closer to me.
Yeah, he is within 1 range band.
Yeah, while I've got a little bit of distance between me and big guy, I think I'll go for him.
All right. Are you going to use any particular special arrow or just a regular arrow?
I'll use one of my... I will use one of my serrated arrows.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll the hit for me, please.
Ooh, not good. Could I? I might. Yeah, I'll spend a luck point to reroll one of those.
Okay, just as a reminder, his defense is 2, so you would need to get 2 successes to hit him.
Shit.
You could always just let Macy eat him.
That's fair.
Just throw Quillian at him.
Listen, Quillian would hurt, okay? It's got the spikes. That's all I'm saying. Fuck it. I just don't want to eat up that arrow. I'll let it eat the arrow. I'm not gonna try to do that, but I will whistle for the animals to start eating and biting and stabbing.
So noted. Alrighty, Maisie is going to spend her turn working her way up the catwalk, and Quillian will move along. He will get ready to start eating, but he doesn't start eating the courser. He starts eating the next force field's wiring box.
Good boy, Quillian.
Alrighty. Think Tank are doing some stuff in the background. Iris.
So I assume Male Courser is a bit distracted.
Yes, as he is currently fighting both Carter and a power armored Dr. Hoffman.
Where does the other Courser's attention seem to be?
You.
Okay. I'm gonna aim for the other arm.
Okay.
We have 1 action point.
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
All right. Do y'all mind if I use that?
By all means.
All right.
Shoot the bitch.
So I have a question, GM. If I have
Go ahead.
multiple ways to re-roll, can I use one and then use another to re-roll that same die?
I say yes. I allow rerolls to be allocated however you see fit.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll that 14.
Okay.
I'll re-roll that 9. I would like to get more successes, please.
Alrighty.
Okay, well, it's 5.
Oh,
It's
just 5. That's it. So that's 3
Only.
action points that could either go back into the pool or, because you're using an accurate weapon, all go into damage.
Oh shit. Sorry, my headset just turned off. I will take 2, leave 1 in the pool. Folks are all right with that?
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
As I said before, shoot the bitch.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, piercing 5 to her right arm. Or her left arm, rather.
Alrighty. So, her left arm goes, it just falls, just dropping her goth rifle entirely, clattering on the catwalk before her. And you see her look to the larger courser and say, I don't think that this is going our way. The larger courser just looks back to her, then looks back to Dr. Hoffman. It's not going your way. And then the hand that was looking like he was reaching back to punch Dr. Hoffman hits something on his chest, and you see him shimmer and then teleport away. And then she looks to try to do the same, like with even her chin, and you just hear denied. And she does it again. Denied. And that fake joy, that fake kindness drops as she just sort of slumps down on the catwalk.
Don't shoot her.
Don't
Understood.
plan to.
And then we are at Carter.
Having been informed not to shoot her, Carter will assist Quillian with taking down the last force fields.
All right.
I cannot believe I've been reduced to helping a raccoon break things.
So you can either help him break things via repair, or you can utilize science at the last terminal to in tandem with his fucking the hardware.
We'll use science because I have that and I don't have repair.
All right, you're affecting software. He's destroying hardware.
You say reduce, I say elevated.
That is 3 successes.
And with the help of Quillian and the leftover bit of EMP that had been sent through the system thanks to the coffee cans, the last force field drops. And you are there standing before the rather beat up Courser, for part of her face missing, her arms both utterly just destroyed, basically. Her Gauss rifle down at her feet. And she looks up at you with this almost nihilistic pleading.
This is your call, Iris.
Yeah, Iris. Iris, who has barely moved, will grab the stim pack that's like by her feet and run up to the rest of the group.
Alrighty, we are leaving initiative order.
Sucks, doesn't it? Have people you thought you were friends turn on you, or at least thought were your allies. Yeah.
I thought it could still be useful.
Was it useful when you attached a grenade to a poor, injured woman's chest?
That was her purpose. She was made for that. She wasn't made for anything else. I guess what Father's vision is doesn't have a spot for me.
Ask your question, Iris.
I assume you want us to kill you.
I don't have a purpose anymore.
Okay. I don't either. You can still be a person. You don't need a purpose. But can't do this no more.
I know.
It's all any of us synths ever are is tools to be tossed away the moment we're not useful anymore. I don't think that's right. But I also don't think you were ever in a situation to know any better.
I've been trying to learn. The new father, he wants us to understand the weight of what we do.
Hard.
It
Especially
is.
when we're brought up and kind of looks around. Place not terribly different from this. We're not brought up as people. Well, it ain't never too easy to start learning. I think
Maybe.
I think they intended for this to happen. I think that's why you were sent out here.
I'm beginning to think so too. It would be easier to say that I was killed in a far off mission as opposed to just getting rid of me some other way.
Carter turns away from this conversation and he walks over to the edge of the catwalk and sort of grabs a hold of it. And he'll look back at Iris after a second. She talks a lot about purpose. And I don't think anybody's given her a chance to look for one outside of what she's been told.
No, she's just been told what to do from the day she got out that vat.
I think we should give her that chance.
Iris will hold that stim pack she's been holding in her hand. Kind of toss it, inject it in the courser's arm.
What are you doing?
Help Miss Zip.
You would show mercy to her?
Yeah. Otherwise, we ain't no fucking better than what they're doing. And Iris will offer a hand to help her up.
She will take the hand and will stand with your assistance.
The thing about being human is that we ain't perfect. But because we ain't perfect, sometimes mistakes can be made. And that ain't the world.
Fair. If this is going to happen, I just have one request. If someone kills me, don't ever seek vengeance for me. I know what I've done.
I understand.
What will you do now?
Well, I can't go back to the Institute because they literally denied me. And she just, with the good hand, will grab the little gadget on her chest that looks like some of the stuff that's on the transportal ponder gun, but much more sleek and much smaller. Fewer vacuum tubes, more closer to what we would have in terms of like semiconductor technology. If you can take me to the, if you can get me to the Mojave, I'll try to find my own way.
This conversation going on below where I'm at?
Oh, you're in the same area.
Okay. I'm just gonna pop my head up. You know, we got space in Lilybell,
Janelle is right.
and honestly, we could use more people that are a little bit smarter. People who've got skills, people who can protect. If you can pull your weight in any meaningful way, which it looks like you can, we'd appreciate the help. You'd have a place to sleep, and you'd be a little bit more protected than you are now.
Okay. Yeah. If you'll have me, I'll do everything I can to pull my own weight. I was really good at upkeeping weapons and making new ones out of whatever we could get, so maybe I can help that way.
Yeah, I have somebody that I can introduce you to then.
Okay. And she puts on a smile that you all think for the first time is a genuine one. Hopeful.
I will warn you now. You have fucked with my patient once. You have fucked with my patients here many times. They have deemed you worthy of a second chance. I have not. You fuck up again, your head will be a toaster.
I understand.
Good.
How's Quillian doing on the breaking boxes thing?
The final box, which is more of a box that is meant for like locking the final door to the observation post. He is just like currently holding the last wire in his hands, just and the wire just snaps and the door opens, to which you'll hear a resounding.
To do with the fig take.
Iris is gonna look at the now former courser. You got a name? Or you got a name that you'd like to be called?
Never really put too much thought into it. But whenever we would have to be watching or undercover for a while, I used to go by Anna.
Anna. Well, we ain't nothing but a couple runaways now, so you want to join us? At least for now, till we can get out of here. And kind of gestures towards where the think tank are.
As that is happening, door, or what's the situation with the actual like sphere?
The observation booth kind of looks like it's basically like an open little area that had a door that was akin to have like an underground vault door, just sliding open now.
Cool.
And the think tank are all turned around, but they're slowly like floating backwards as far away from the door as possible.
Knock, knock, Dr.
Hoffman's walking
Douchebag
through
and
the door.
Company.
Still
Knock,
carrying
knock,
data
knock.
claw, mind you.
Doctor.
Hi, Dr. Douchebag and Company. Did you really think you could hide forever?
Well, no, we were hoping to get the.
And she's gonna throw a coffee can EMP in there.
Already. I'm not even gonna have you roll. It just goes off, and they just go just crumple in a pile of robotic extremities.
Carter is twirling a 5.56 round that he was about to reload in that gun, but when Chanel does that, he actually just stops and goes, "No, that was better. I like that."
Their speaker boxes slowly come back to life. We can. Don't. What can we? What can we do? What can we do? You let her go.
No. You already fucked up by doing the thing with the animals and the geese. You already fucked up. You had your chance to not be douchebags, and you had your chance not to be assholes, and yet here we are again.
That was just Boris. To which Dr. Boris says, "What the fuck?"
You allowed it to happen. You did not. You not only allowed it to happen, but you gave him the resources to do so. Ergo, here we are. And she's gonna take another coffee can EMP and just toss it in.
Iris is mimicking Carter with the Magnum Nomicon. Just flick barrel open, loading.
As they're just constantly getting basically tased.
Don't even waste the ammo on them. As Hoffman
If you want
lifts
to do
up
the
the
honors,
full gator claw and slams it down on the nearest one.
That would be Dr. Boris.
Yep.
Which is apt, given the fact that he was the one who made this thing to begin with. At least this particular.
Hulk smash.
And the brain case cracks and smashes, and the human brain just sort of is crushed underneath the weight of the gator claw. And the robot and the actual robotic body falls.
Of ethics, for crimes against the humanes, for crimes against animals, for giving the entire fucking Mojave more freezer burns than they could ever have to deal with.
Do you know how much it hurts my ass to have to sit on cold chairs to make deliveries? Do you know how much it hurts? You know how much it hurts to have to wonder if you're gonna get freezer burn on your behind every fucking... Oh, of course you don't. You don't know jack dilly fucking squat. And she's gonna whistle for Maisie to go in and jump and fucking pounce on one of them.
Maisie begins pouncing and just chewing at robotic appendages. Just and Quillian actually also will just start pulling apart bits and pieces of the robotic body of Dr. Dala. And to which you just hear distorted sounds of discomfort and one scream as the arm that she has is ripped off by Maisie. And one of the monitors that shows one of her eyes is basically rent asunder by the teeth and spines of Quillian.
None of you have had to tell a poor mother that their child's hand will not come back after you've had to amputate it. You sons of bitches. And he slams down a second time.
And very well goes Dr. Dala.
Iris is gonna walk towards the last one. Kind of hand on her hip. Other hand still kind of outstretched toward Anna. You got anything to say for yourself?
Nothing's going to stop this, is it?
Yeah. Depends on if you have a convincing enough argument.
And you have to convince all of us.
Do what you have to. I'll just say that it wasn't supposed to go this far. Sinclair told us that it wasn't that we wouldn't have to worry about the world ending.
Claire.
Frederick Sinclair, the one that funded us before the bombs dropped.
Well, sure is. Holds the Magnum Nomicon out to Anna.
He will take the Magnum Nomicon and point it down at the brain case. Enough with scientists playing God. And she will fire. And the brain case explodes along with the brain inside of it just becoming a mass of gore. Splattered underneath the barrel.
Game was rigged from the start.
Yeah.
Reaching my arms out for the animals to come back and join me.
And they do. Quillian is still currently chewing on a cable from one of the monitors.
Oh Lord. No. That it's okay. You're good. You're good. Ow, you're good. Ow, you're good. Ah, you hurt, but I love you. And she's just gonna plop him back onto her shoulder like he's some little Pokemon.
If I may, I think that plastic substitute might be soy-based, which is why he is into it. We can find a replacement.
Looking to the very desiccated corpse that has been kind of probably ground into the fist. If you'd like, I do have a corpse now that the Pooch and the Zakun might enjoy.
Oh, yeah, they probably shouldn't go after what was in those tubes. Who knows what kind of substances are in there?
Oh, yeah, it's like, I'm sure it's full of formaldehyde and stuff.
Please don't feed my dogs drugs.
Nine. The gator claw. It should be edible.
It's not totally wrong.
If y'all would like to butcher it, I'll take a endurance and survival test.
No,
Sure.
I think I will pass.
I'll try.
I'll help.
If I remember correctly, help gives an additional d20.
Help is Iris gets to roll a d20 against her own target number, and if she gets a success or two successes, it'll add to your total.
I got none.
Carter will reluctantly help because survival is actually a tag skill of his.
There you go.
I give a thumbs up and a good luck. And now that we're kind of done in this greater area, I think
that
what Chanel's going to do is instead begin to kind of reroute their way kind of back out this building, to see if anything's changed. We killed them, so did that stop the winter, or is it still going on? And that's what she's gonna reroute to see if she can find out.
Alrighty.
While they're walking, I think Carter, having a lot of science, would realize what she's looking for and say, you know, this still leaves the other imprisoned scientists. What do you feel about them?
We could turn them over to the good Dr. House. Well, Dr. House, Mr. House, the other guy.
I don't trust Mr. House more than I trust these ones. but he just didn't happen to actively be going after causing the end of the world. I think we should ask them what they want.
I think that's reasonable.
They've, if nothing else, at least in my opinion, earned themselves enough goodwill to get that.
There's a debt that they've paid.
Yeah.
Chanel, is that okay with you?
Yeah. Seems like a lot of them actually kind of got roped into this despite not wanting much to do with it, so.
And Mobius was the one that kept them here for as long as they were before folks out east came.
I'm cool with letting them do well, whatever it is that they got to do.
And I guess we'll take Anna with us.
I'm not letting her out of my sight, if possible.
I'll keep an eye on her. But we do have one loose end.
The one who teleported away.
No, the other one.
Oh, Jesus, you're right. There were 3 of them.
Computer, like asking the big empty thing.
Yes, sir.
Do you detect another synthetic life form?
Scanning. No, sir. It seems that the synthetic life forms that were here have since made a retreat. They seem to have teleported elsewhere, though they did not use the exact same frequency as before. They might have teleported elsewhere within the Mojave, as opposed to back where they originally came from.
Iris, I have a terrible thought that I want to ask you about. So we have one who is a sniper. We have one who is a brute. Logically, wouldn't that make the third one an assassin that comes in the dead of night?
No, I think the third one was more social.
Oh, okay.
Just
Well,
from-
you know
from
way
when
better
I
than I would.
interacted with him.
Ooh, that's a load off my shoulders.
Also, to clarify, the one that we haven't seen is the one that saved me, right?
I mean, you imagine so.
Okay. I guess that's fair. That's fair. I didn't get quite a good look, but
Well, maybe we can go 2 for 3 then.
I don't know, we can only hope.
Chanel, as you were making your way outside, you can see that the weather has actually stopped. The snow has stopped. And that you can even, as you're standing outside, feel the temperature beginning to rise. Slowly, it's still kind of nippy, but it's getting warmer here.
All right. Cool. I am going to take some time, dust off the last bit of snow off the truck. And I just want to kind of take a look around. See if there's maybe anything, anybody that might be around here at all. Make sure that anything that's not supposed to be out didn't get out.
You're looking around and you don't see any of the bottomites, you don't see any more of the robo scorpions or anything. It seems like this place has largely died down, for lack of a better term. But you do hear a kind of rougher voice. Oi, boss lady.
Huh?
And you turn and you see an oddly familiar sight. You see a ghoul dressed as a caballero.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
You're the guy that sometimes comes and shoots the thing, then who are you?
a few people call me different things. But my name is Raul Tejada.
Oh. Well, thank you for the little bits of help that you've been giving us.
Hey, glad to help where I can. A lot of people need help around here. Especially in the Mojave.
This place is a little messed up, isn't it?
Even with all the work that the boss man did.
Well. Are you from around here?
Not originally. Originally, I'm from Arizona. Made my way out here decades ago now. Well, originally from New Mexico, then Arizona, then back out here.
Why here?
Well, for a long while, this is where I ended up because a Nightkin decided that she was going to keep her radio on the air. I'm good at fixing things. Then the boss man came around and fixed things, fixed her mind a bit in his own way, and sent her on her way with her robotic friend, and I tagged along with him after that. He helped show that despite the fact that my knees are so creaky and loud that I can't sneak around anymore, that I can be useful.
Hey. Everybody's good at something.
Don't I know it? And he just pulls out his revolver and just starts twirling it a little bit, just showing off, but enjoying himself.
Yeah, he takes out a revolver, I take out a bot, and I'm like, start juggling it.
Just juggling grenades.
Toss the nuke bomb in there, just see what happens. The nuke gold grenade, see what happens.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
So I would assume that the rest of us are relatively close to this.
Yeah, you're making your way out after discussing what you were wanting to do with Mobius and the others.
Well, your work is quite nice, and thanks again.
Hey, no problem. You just let your friend in the suit, let him know that he does a good job.
Carter's alright. He's pretty good.
No complaints so far.
None by me either. Well, speak of the devil, and the devil shall come. I believe I hear them coming up now.
Yep, and as you turn to look, just to make sure, you look back, and Raul is gone.
There goes one of God's own freaks.
There
Too
goes
weird to
my
live.
Hero.
Too weird to live, too rare to die.
You say God's on the freaks, and yet you're the man that keeps summoning him somehow.
Hey, we stick together.
Your friend is interesting.
What's his name?
Raul.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, we've got places we gotta go. Think that we need to stop by the strip one last time. Let Mr. House know that it's not snowing anymore. We've got
All
a lot
right.
of prep work. We gotta get plans in motion to start fixing up the community, and I gotta go find little dots to put on Aquilian Tarantino here so he stops hurting me. Ow.
Yeah, every time you pick him up, it's like stabbing.
He's just so cute though, and he was a help. He helped us.
That he
So-
did.
Okay. Noticing that it is getting like noticeably warmer, Iris looks towards Anna as like the only other person who she's like sure has witnessed snow before, and she's like,
Oh shit, there's gonna be so much flooding when all this melts.
Yeah, that is something that Carter is familiar with snow, but he is not familiar with the environmental effects of it, as it was always on TV or the Hollows.
Hoffman knows.
Oh,
You might have to deal with lake lurks a lot more.
yeah, the next couple weeks are gonna be probably the worst for it. Also, we should get Miss Anna here a bit more presentable. I don't want to scare the folks too much.
Okay, well, on the strip we can do that, right?
Oh yeah, there's places to
Nice.
go and get like clothes and ways to fix them up and make.
I'm more meant gestures to the side of her face.
Oh. Yeah.
I can try some cosmetic surgery. I do not know how well it would work.
We have someone out here that we know that's good with cosmetic surgery. Implants too, though she never really understood what we were doing out here.
What kind of implants?
Cybernetics. High end. Well, high end somewhat. Bit clunky for us, but I'll just go to her, say that I need a new face.
All right. Well, you point the way, and we'll take you to her.
Yeah, we'll have to get out of Big Empty first.
Yeah, well, that's why we've got the teletransponder after we talk to the other doctors.
Fair enough.
Mobius.
You
And
head-
Zero, I believe.
Chanel,
Oh.
do you have something to add? Okay. You all head back to the sink and back to the prison, and Dr. Mobius and Dr. Zero come up along with Dr. 8, who still isn't able to speak.
Right.
because of his-
That's why I couldn't remember 8, because 8 can't talk to us.
Yeah, he's basically just spitting off binary at you, and it's not really coming out too clear. And Mobius just says, "So it's done then."
Yeah.
We're going to have to clean that mess up. It was sad to see such great minds do such terrible things. But
I sent a Goosedra, a Hagroose, Goose.
Dr. Boris's Hydris, yes.
That thing was a thing of nightmares and terror fuel.
Some kind of
That's-
alligator monster, too.
And then to which Anna just speaks up, yeah, that was actually kind of something we brought. One of the creations from Nuka World.
Yeah, you think the think tank's bad.
So I'm assuming that's something that we're not going to touch with like a 90-foot pole.
Can we not?
I'm not
Okay.
sure it's something we can avoid, but if we can, I would like to avoid it.
What's a Nuka World?
It's
Imagine.
an illusion park.
What?
How do I put this? She just looks at the doctor. Family friendly Vegas, closest possible. A lot of
Yeah.
entertainment, a lot of family-friendly stuff, all focused around Nuka-Cola.
Oh well, we got just the robot for you then, if that's what you.
I mean, it's probably where he came from. Although last I checked, isn't Nuke World a lot less family friendly now? Now that last I heard, didn't Raiders take over the place?
They're dead now.
Oh, well, that's good.
Now, doctors, we were thinking about the big empty and how it has a lot of resources that could be used for things that we might not want to see around. Would you like to leave your prison and perhaps use your minds to better the Mojave?
I was going to ask that we be allowed to do so. We can keep all of our experimentation here, nothing on organic creatures, except for any volunteers who may wish to help us find ways that we may assist the world as a whole. More theoretical work until we have proper volunteers and proper setup for bringing anyone who wishes to aid us to the big empty. Unfortunately, the only transponder unit we have is, well, yours, and the one that we have to work to cut off certain signals for. We're not going to be having those individuals from the Institute using this place as a outpost anymore.
So you can shut that off.
We can shut off certain signals. We can't shut off the entire thing.
How does this sound to you, Dr. Hoffman and Chanel and Iris?
I mean, if we can cut it off, then
I mean, if they can stop the signals from your classmates, I think that would satisfy me.
And the assisting the rest of Mojave would be good as well.
Yeah.
Oh. And don't forget, I mean, we've got supplies that are now going to be steadily rolling in from our very compelling and persuasive argument with the big guy.
you are
Yeah.
lucky that he did not kill you.
I don't think she's lucky. I think she's skilled.
I think she has a very pretty face and a very good speaker.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I suppose I should go ahead and bid you all adieu. Dr. Zero and Dr. Ep8 and I have a lot of cleaning up to do around here. But before you go, I have something I would like to go ahead and give the lot of you, if you'd be willing to accept it.
It's not going to mutate us, is it?
I mean, if that's what we're worried about, I can take it.
No,
Nothing
fair
negative.
point.
What is it?
I'll take it.
I was actually working on a bit of a kind of a gene therapy, something that you could utilize to enhance certain capabilities. Nothing too in depth as of yet, but something that could, if you so choose, perhaps aid a little bit here and there.
You have my attention.
You got mine too.
And the slot that usually dispenses mentats will actually go ahead and like give out another little tin instead. But instead of mentats, it is just something that says betterment, but with mint spelled M-I-N-T. And it just kind of looks like a tin of like Altoids.
That is exactly what I had in my head.
In the you know what?
Mind if I try one?
By all means, for you, might I suggest the one that's pink?
Sure, why not? I'm not really
color-coded?
into pink that much, but she'll pick it up and look at it and say, "Well, if this kills me, it was good to know you all. See you all in therapy." She'll pop it in her mouth.
It is a flavor you've never really experienced before. It's sweet and just a little sour, but it kind of tastes like summertime. For us, in this world, which has all kinds of flavors, it's natural strawberry flavor.
Maybe a little bit of cream.
A little bit, just a little bit of flavor.
A bit of strawberry, a little bit of cream.
God damn it.
Mhm.
Increase your charisma by 1.
Ooh.
Well, she didn't drop dead on the spot, so that's a good sign.
I'm kidding.
Don't do that. I was afraid that I mixed something wrong.
We were worried that might actually happen.
I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I feel great. That was
And
really
then-
good.
And now you do know that the last time someone tried to fuck with one of my patients, I nearly killed them.
What are them things called? And can I get another one that tastes just like that?
Unfortunately, the ones that I have in this tin are all that I was able to make. I might be able to make more, but it will take a while because I have to get my laboratory going again.
Well, we might be able to help you with that, Doctor.
I appreciate it.
I assume there's one for each of us.
There's a mint for each special stat. But he says I would recommend only one for each of you. I don't know how well the gene therapies might do mixing in each of you. They might do fine, or it might horribly mutate you into a mass of writhing flesh wishing for death.
We could give one to Maisie.
Yeah, can we
That
please?
seems dangerous, considering these were designed for people genes.
Oh, hold on. Hey, Doc.
Which doc?
Fuck.
Yeah, it's like you see Dr. Hoffman and the 3 doctors of of what used to be the think tank turn to look at you.
Yes. Dog? Friendly or only people?
I would just go with people for right now. I would have to look at Dr. Boris's notes about how this might interact with dogs and try to design something specifically for your canine friend.
She's a good girl. That's all I'm saying. She just wants a treat.
Well,
I'm willing to try one.
yeah, me too.
Sure. What have I got to lose other than my life?
And you all are able to enjoy each able to enjoy one of the mints. Blue, which is a blueberry flavor, not a blue raspberry flavor, because that shit doesn't actually exist, is for intelligence. A yellow one, which is a very sweet lemon, is for agility. And for perception, a very bright orange. There is also luck, which kind of tastes like Tutti Frutti.
Tutti fucking fruity. No, I think it'll be agility.
I think I should go for the intelligence.
I will take the perception one.
Fantastic. Leave.
Oh no,
Oh no!
the mate's got him. The gene therapy.
this is-
Oh no.
Gene therapy.
This is what happens when you take
This is what
untested
happens
drugs.
when you drop Tutti Frutti.
Yeah, I just die.
When you dropped to be free.
Alrighty, so you all are able to enjoy the gene therapy medicine. Bid adieu, and with Anna in tow and Dr. Hoffman's power armor, which needs to be repaired but is still there, you're able to hit the hill of the transportal ponder and head back to Vegas.
Now, before we end, I have a very important question.
Mm-hmm.
What day is it?
Friday.
Date.
Oh, date. I would say that it is getting closer to, since it was closer to fall, it's now getting into what would be normally winter. But it's like in the middle, about the middle of November.
Yeah, Carter's just gonna reprogram his Pip-Boy to maybe read a little later than it is. He needs a couple of days to buy presents for people.
That's fair. It's Christmas.
Not yet, but almost.
Not yet. Almost. As you all come out of the transportal ponder, you realize that you aren't outside of the tops, like where you went to begin with. You are inside the Lucky 38. You see what looks to be like a cobbled together mix of technological doodads, all kinds of gadgets together. What kind of looks like a bunch of monitors got broken down and then reassembled and are giving off a signal, with another Pip-Boy as their center. And your Pip-Boy is actually like reacting to it, and you look up and you see that there is a figure in what looks to be the armor of an NCR Desert Ranger, with the right helmet reading "Forgive me, Mama" on the helmet. And he just looks to Anna, draws his pistol and aims at her. And why is this one here? And that's where we're going to end for this season, or for this episode.